2016 session in broad strokes looks to us like this. It's going to be an extremely short session, 10 weeks in length. The Capitol is under construction. All 201 legislators are up for re-election, and a number of them are retiring, so we could have some interesting votes waiting for us. But our hope and expectation is that legislators are going to come to St. Paul decision ready on a couple of the big outstanding issues of the session. All of the spending bills have been approved, but two of the most important bills for the business community remain in conference committee. They have bipartisan support, but they need action. And then, of course, third on the to-do list is bonding, which is the traditional action for a second year of the biennium. We've had some news that changes the outlook for the session a little bit. The November forecast predicted higher revenues than what has been adjusted in February. And what we know is that going into this session, there's a $900 million surplus on the bottom line for this fiscal year. And then in the next fiscal year, it's over $1 billion. So the state is still on very solid financial footing, but we need to make some very strategic decisions about how the state is going to invest in the future. In addition to the dollars available on the bottom line, the state has the largest budget surplus in state history. So the state is in good shape, but careful decisions need to be made about dollars and investments in the future. Now, the Chamber has three priorities going into the next session. The first is an investment in the state's economic infrastructure, and for us, that looks like statewide business property tax relief. This is a tax item that will benefit large and small businesses, both in the metro area and in greater Minnesota. We think it's a great idea. We think it's very timely. The state has some less than desirable rankings, both in terms of commercial and industrial property in greater Minnesota, where we're ranked second highest nationally for tax burden, and in the metro area we also have a very high ranking. So we think the time is now to start to address those uncompetitive tax rankings. And then we also think it's a good time to invest in the state's physical infrastructure, which is roads, bridges, and transit systems. Now, there's a general fund use. 33 other states use general fund dollars for transportation investment. We think Minnesota should do the same, as well as pursuing bonding and some efficiencies in terms of the agencies that operate the state's transportation system. So we'd like to see those bills passed. They have bipartisan support and will be the top topic of conversation when the legislature reconvenes. And then the third priority for the Chamber is on workplace mandates. There are a number of ideas across various communities in the state on this employer and employee relationship. Minnesota has some of the best companies nationally recognized to work for. It's an annual honor that a lot of these companies have, and it's something we respect greatly. We'd like to see that employer-employee relationship continue and some of these unique benefit sets negotiated between the employer and employee. So that will be something that we're watching as well. In our Minnesota Business Benchmarks report, we showed that Minnesota is ranked 35th highest nationally in terms of its business costs. So we don't want to go in the wrong direction on that. We want to improve our competitiveness on that front. So three big issues that we'll be dealing with this session. Interestingly, there's going to be fast decision making. So we're going to need your help and grassroots support on making sure that the legislature is aware of where business stands on these matters. Please watch our tweets, watch our website, sign up for our newsletters, but there's a great way for you to directly engage with your legislator at our business days at the Capitol. The first one is March 30th, and it's focused on transportation, and the second one is scheduled right around tax time on April 20th, and that's focused on taxes. So please sign up and participate in those. It's a really excellent way for you to tell your legislators your business story directly.